Nowadays, there are few harness horsemen more committed than David Wilkins, but that wasn't always the case. As a youngster, he showed no interest in horses, and not even a stylish pony presented by his parents could change his mind. At the insistence of his late dad, accomplished trainer-driver Bill Wilkins, young Dave completed his apprenticeship as a motor mechanic and actually started his working life with Campbelltown Nissan. That job was very short-lived.
For about a month, that's all it lasted, and had a bit of a bad day and it blew with the boss, so I thought it's time to give the horses a go, and we've been at it ever since.
And you worked hand in hand with your late dad, who was obviously a great teacher.
Yeah. He sort of died halfway through my apprenticeship, but we used to work him before I went to work and that, and he taught me everything 99% of things that I know now. Yeah.
Did he let you find your own level? He never tried to force you into harness racing?
No, not really. And even when we were working him, it was never, this is how you've got to do it. It was always, this is what we do, and you sort of picked up what you wanted from it and went from there.
He must have been very proud when he could see that you were starting to swing around to the sport.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Well, he probably was worried a bit there for a while that I wasn't going to do the horses, but he'd be very happy now, I think.
What was your first drive in a race?
Stuart Mann at Bankstown one night.
Never forgotten it?
No.
No luck?
He drew 6, and I was in the steward's room for a fair while after the race.
Cleaned him up?
Yeah, nearly just about, yeah. But he was a first horse, yeah.
Your first Harold Park winner?
My first Harold Park winner was Spirit of Red.
Spirit of Red, who was a great money spinner for the stable.
Yeah, he was a great horse. Bill Whittaker and John Dumacy had a share in him, and he was really good.
Now, Dave, you won a lot of races on Spirit of Red. I think 9 or 10 times you greeted the judge on that horse. Yeah,
it would have been. He was a great horse, but he had a lot of injuries. He went to a few stages, went to Joe Ilsley's, and he ended up at Chris Gleason's, just to try and get him on the beach and keep him right.
Most trainers can tell you about that special horse. The horse that picks them up when they're down, and the horse they can always rely on. Your all-time favourite was the gallant little Rusty Mahoney.
Yeah, he was a great little horse for me. Every time we went to the races, you knew he was going to do his best, and always come home with a check. No matter, sometimes they're only little ones, but he was always, kept the bankroll rolling over.
Well, those checks totalled in the end, when he left Australia, to $188,000. He had 125 starts, 25 wins and 34 placings, and you drove him in 18 of those wins.
Yeah, I drove him all the time. A few times I was suspended, but we had to get other people in. Jason Turnbull drove him with a claim towards the end of his career. But he was great.
Another horse with which you had a great association was Caribbean Sun. You won plenty of races on him for trainer Ken Reid.
Yeah, he's just a natural two-year-old. He got up and run early, and he won a Breeders' Plate, I think, a couple of sires. He was run second in the Gold Crown. He was a top horse, yeah.
Dave, I think the best acknowledgement of the ability of any young driver is the fact that outside stables start to use his services. And quite often I see you driving for one of the leading stables.
Yeah, I get quite a few outside drives. Joe Rando, Normie Lang, sort of Peter Morris. They all use me at different times, and I get quite a few drives, yeah.
Mum's been in the background all along, and quietly guiding your destiny without putting too much pressure on you.
Sometimes not so quietly.
Is that right?
But she's always, been there. If I go to the other races, she's always here doing something, fiddling around with horses. Yeah. She drove track work until a couple of years ago, and she still does the joggers and that, but not so much fast work anymore.
Well, Mary, David's on the shy side, and I guess in some ways that hasn't been an advantage.
No, not really. He doesn't do any self-promoting as such, I don't think, no.
Well, that's why we're here, to do the promoting for him, because he deserves it. He's a hard worker, and I think he's made amazing improvements, particularly as a race driver.
Well, I suppose the more times you drive, the better you should get if you've got any ability at all, which I think he has.
He seems very composed and calm on race night. Do you agree with that?
Yes, most of the time he is really. Occasionally he might get a little bit more toey, but no, most of the time he's quite relaxed actually. Yeah, just, you know, doesn't seem to worry too much at all.
How much of Bill do you see in David?
Too much sometimes, yes. He's got his own ways about him and that, but yeah, you can see Bill in him quite a lot really.
You're based here at a lovely little hamlet, Menangle Park. It seems to be a perfect environment for horses and for trainers.
Yeah, it's great. We've got enough room. We can put them out in paddocks during the day and, you know, lock them inside at night. And yeah, they seem pretty happy here, the horses. Yeah, they do well.
Dave, every young trainer driver aspires to big races or champion horses or whatever the case may be. What do you find yourself dreaming about in harness racing?
Just to win races, I think. Probably a derby would be the pinnacle, I think. It's you know, it doesn't matter what code of racing you're in, the derby's the pinnacle for, it's the best 3-year-old you can get, and I think that's the best race you can win.